Hey guys, so you'll have to excuse me. I am sick. I'm not contagious anymore, but I am sick, so I sound weird. It's been going around. But today, I wanted to make a cheesecake for you guys. This is a no-bake cheesecake, which is perfect for the hot temperatures that we're having. The last one that we made was a banana cream pie cheesecake. Today we are going to be making the coconut cream pie cheesecake. So this is pretty easy. So we're just gonna get started. Again, excuse the snuffles, excuse the virus, okay? But let me just get my stuff together here. Move this way so y'all can see. All right. That's from the gelatin. Okay, so you're going to start with room temperature. These are a little bit colder. Cream cheese. This is also something that can be made vegan. You just have to get the vegan cream cheese. It would actually be perfect for this recipe because we're also going to use some coconut milk. Okay. I think I want to do a variety cream cheese or variety cheesecake. So I'm going to use, I'm going to start off with the base and then I'm going to switch the recipe around so that we can add some different flavors to each one. Okay. So that's what we're doing. Again, sorry for the snuffles. So we're going to start off with our 2 blocks of cream cheese. I am just going to, put on the paddle attachment on this just to kind of start it getting soft. Okay. And then while this is getting to room temp over here, I'm going to use a springform pan for this. Hi, Scorpio. Hello. How are you? Lily. Hi, honey. Hello. Welcome in. You guys, sorry for the snuffles, okay? I am sick. I'm not contagious anymore, but I am sick, okay? So we're here. Okay, so today we are making the coconut cream pie cheesecake. This is a no-bake cheesecake. So we're going to get to... I am going to use a springform pan for this. You don't have to do that. You can use just a regular pan like I did with the last one. Just put some parchment on the bottom to make your life a little bit easier. So thank you, Lily. Thank you, honey. So we have 2 blocks of cream cheese that we're just softening in there. Okay. Next, we are going to make our crust. This is just going to be a crust that you make with crushed cookies. So you need 2/3 of a cup. You can use up to a cup depending on how big you want it. I'm going to use 1 cup of crushed cookies. I do like to use Nilla wafers. So that's what I'm using for this. If you want this to be more of like an almond joy vibe, you can also add a little bit of almond flour to this. And you can make this a chocolate base if you want to. I'll leave that up to you. But I am going to just be using a regular crust for this because I'm going to make a variety of cheesecakes, okay? So I have 1 cup of crushed cookie. I can use 2 actually. And I'll post the recipe. I'll give you guys the recipe that I always use. Sometimes I go a little bit bigger than I need to. So... but I'll give you guys all of the measurements that you need, okay? And then to this, we are going to add a 1/2 cup of butter. This is melted. With the butter, I do like to add it 1 portion at a time and then just mix it. You can also do this in a food processor if you want to. So when we get this done and we get it in the fridge to set, we are going to start on dinner. And yeah, how is everybody? Hello, Kimberlina. Hi. How are you guys doing? How's the weather over there, you guys? It is so hot here. It's so exciting. I love the heat. We hit like over 85 today, and I am living for it. So I'm just making this into a vanilla crust. Again, since this is a coconut cream pie, if you want to make it all coconut cream pie, like I said, I'm going to do a variety. Cloudy to sunny. Oh my. If you guys do want to make this all, coconut, if you are an almond joy person, go ahead and add some chocolate to this or some almond flour to this. Be awesome. It's cold in New England. Oh my. Yeah, it's very sunny here, you guys. I was out there trying to get a tan, and then the baby, I was like, you know what? Maybe the UV will kill the virus, Maybe I'll heal faster, and then the baby just wouldn't let me do it. He wanted to be sitting on top of me as I was out there. I didn't want him to catch the heat stroke, obviously, so I just came inside. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this right in. And you guys, in order for this crust to work, you have to really push it down, okay? You have to really get it compact, right? So the first thing I start with is I just kind of go just with my hand at first, and then I will grab a cup and keep this going, and I'll show y'all. But you do want it very compact. Muscles? Who has muscles? Sorry, y'all, I'm just giving my hands a little rinse. So how is everybody? What is good? What are you guys up to? What is happening over there? All right. So you get the base of your cup, you guys, and you just give this a nice smooth over. Act like you're putting down cement. Make sure that it is all even. Now for my other one, I did have a little bit of a lift on the sides. You can do that if you want to, okay? You don't have to though, because this will unmold beautifully regardless. We try to get it as even as possible, and then once you get on the edges, hello Cold Brew, hi. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming. See how it's like uneven right here? Just grab. Oh my, you are very embarrassing. You should have some shame. I hope you find it somewhere because it obviously missed you. But anyway, so go ahead and just take this and just kind of crush it down, okay? Just, you want to make it even. You want it to look pretty. Go. All right, perfect. Okay, so if this was one of my regular cheesecakes, I would put, if I was making my white chocolate raspberry cheesecake, for this one, I would add a little bit of white chocolate chips on the bottom. But for this one, since I'm going to be making, well, hold on a minute. Do I want to do it like that? Maybe not. Maybe we won't make variety. We won't. Because I don't want to mess this up. I already put it in this pan. All good, okay? So this is ready to go, okay? Do you see how nice it is? It's nice and smooth, okay? So we're gonna put that one right there, all right? Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the rest of our goodies here. Okay. So I have the 2 blocks of cream cheese, okay? I'm going to keep these going. Okay. scrape this off. And this is pretty easy, like, to make. I do like a no-bake cheesecake. You guys, I will just give you one little tip, and if you want to take it, go ahead. But if not, I understand. I would not recommend using Great Value cheese for, oh my gosh, like this person. Hold on a minute. How are they still talking? Let's see, community, moderations, subscribers. Okay, we'll do it like that for now. I haven't made cheesecake in forever. I made Asiago. Ooh, yummy, cold brew. Yes. I love an Asiago bagel. All right, so we've got the cream cheese. Oh, as I was saying, don't use Great Value cream cheese. It tends to be very sour. The only time I would say maybe you can get away with using it is if you're making like a lemon cheesecake. Okay. Are we good? Okay. So the next thing you're going to need is 2 tablespoons of water, and you're going to mix it with 2 1/4. Yeah, the Great Value brand. It just happens to be too sour. That's the only issue that it has. And 2 1/4 teaspoons of gelatin powder. Now I'm using this halal gelatin, and use whatever, Knox, whatever it is that you use. If you want to make this vegan, go ahead and use, yeah. Oh, well, good. I'm glad it is. So if you have a different brand that you like, use it. I'm going to be using this gelatin. This is a halal gelatin, so use whatever one you want. If you want to make this vegan, you can use vegan cream cheese and vegan gelatin, agar. Okay, so this is going to be 2 1/4 teaspoons of gelatin, and you're gonna want to bloom this in cold water. Okay, and just add some water to it. Sorry, y'all. Okay, when you put the water on it, just give it a mix, and we're going to set this aside until we're ready for it. Okay. Now to our cream cheese, we're going to add 3/4 cup sugar. I'm going to attach the whisk to this. And then I have some coconut extract. Hi, pets. Hello. Welcome in. Hold on. 1 second. So this is coconut extract. You can also get it in like the candy making aisle. They do have a coconut type of liquid that you can add to your candies and things like that. But this is a coconut extract. I get this at H Mart. Okay, so you're gonna want to put in half a teaspoon, because it does tend to be strong. I'm gonna add half a teaspoon right in there. And then vanilla, 1 teaspoon. Okay. And then for this one, you would usually use half and half. Heavy whipping cream. Today we can use instead of the heavy whipping cream, we're going to use a coconut milk. Okay. So just a little FYI. So coconut milk can be whipped. But you have to separate the fat part. So get a whole fat one. Don't get the light. Get your coconut fat and whip that. If you do that, then you'll have like a coconut whipped cream type of thing. But it won't have the same like fluff that regular coconut does, but you can use it, okay? So for this one, I'm just going to take this and give it just like a little bit of a mix. Just gonna add it in like this. So you need 1 cup. I'm gonna add some of that water. So just, you can mix it. But again, if you're gonna whip it, just take that fat on top and whip it out, okay? Okay, so you need 1 cup. I'm gonna add this, the coconut, right in here. Give that a mix. Yeah. We're just gonna let this blend for a second. I'm gonna bring this down and just give it a little scrape down. I'm gonna let this whip for just a little bit longer. Just making sure everything is nicely incorporated. Forgot. Okay, and then you'll need 3 tablespoons of pudding. I'm going to use the cheesecake pudding. So this one, the measurement is 1.5 on each one. So I'm using 2. So you need 3 tablespoons total. Give it a mix. I've taken a page out of. Hi, Leoma. Hi, welcome. We're going to give this a nice little whip. Okay, and then when you get to this point, we're going to give it another scrape down. Make sure that everything is fully incorporated. Now, well, here's our gelatin that's been blooming. You're going to put this in the microwave for 20 seconds and it should melt, okay? Hello, LaFay. Hi. Let me see here. Just making sure, because whenever it brings up that weird Q&A thing, it does something weird to the chat. So I just want to make sure. So this is where I keep my coconut. A lot of this, some of it, what was it? Was this the toasted one? I can't remember. Because I took a bunch of it and I put it in the grinder and I just put it right in here. Oh. You guys. I have to do it again. I left it in there too long and it spilled over. Look, there's nothing left. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Real life stuff, right? See, it all spilled in there. Let's go ahead and do that part again. So 2 1/4 teaspoons of the gelatin. 1, 2, and 1/4. Water. It's not going to take too long to bloom. Hi, Libby. Welcome in. Okay. 20 seconds. And I'm going to watch it like a hawk. Because it's going to go right in here. We're going to give it a quick little mix and put it in our pan. I'm starting to think, do I want it to be a little bit... This one's going to be thin. Because I did make a half portion. This one had the audacity to try to leave me. Do we want a thick cheesecake or a skinny cheesecake? Kind of like the ones that you get at the grocery store. You guys remember if you're making the banana one that I shared last time? Hold on a second. Remember that you, sorry, hold on a second. Remember not to whip it like too much if you're adding just regular whipped cream to it. Give me 1 second. I don't want to try to rush anything, so I'm just going to wait for this to bloom properly. Rushing, and then I'll end up ruining my And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to this. You can also add some lime zest to it. Hello, Ginger. Hi. Welcome in. Thank you so much, LaFay. That is so sweet. You are so kind. I'm just still working on the gelatin because that one did not melt the way that I wanted it to. A little bit more, 10 seconds. And how was it? Ginger, how was it? The baklava was delicious. Yay! Did you make kanafa or did you make baklava? So this is what you want your gelatin to look like when you melt it. Hello, Ocean High. Welcome in. This is what you want your gelatin to look like when you melt it, okay? Just gonna pour that right in. Oops. I'm going to add some coconut to this. And then when I serve it, I'm also going to toast some of these coconuts and just sprinkle them on top. Oh, you're fine. Take your time. Take your time. And happy Easter to you and your family. Okay, I'm going to add some coconut to this. It smells good already. All right. And you guys, that is literally it. Ooh, I hit something. And before I serve it, I'm going to, yeah, take your time. Sorry, take your time. I'm going to take some of this and mix it with heavy whipping cream to use when I garnish. So this is the leftover coconut, okay? So I'm gonna put this in the fridge because we only needed a cup of it. And like I said, if you do want to make this vegan, just use vegan cream cheese. This is the perfect one to sub coconut milk for instead of the heavy whipping cream. Just get the full fat and use that to whip a little bit. And then when you garnish it, go ahead and garnish it with, go ahead and garnish it with the whipped cream that you make, because you can whip the coconut milk. The fat in the coconut milk. And then if it feels like it's a little too thick, just add a little bit of that coconut water into it as you're whipping it. Okay, and now we're just going to put it right in here. And then this just sets by itself, you guys. Now, if you do want it to be thicker, go ahead and put it in something else. I'll show you just 1 second. put it in something like, oh, I was looking for another stand for my phone, and I couldn't find anything that fit my phone. So I'm gonna have to look somewhere else. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so if you want to put it in here, just put some parchment on the bottom, and before you go to unmold it, just go ahead and put it in some hot water first, and just go like this, and then unmold it, or else you'll kind of struggle a little bit, but this is fine to use. This one is just a little bit easier because you can just open it. And then just spread this. And obviously this is going to be setting in the fridge, and I will unmold it for you guys in a short and decorate it and show you guys how to do that. Okay, so this is the coconut cream pie cheesecake. Just asking. Just asking, we have all measurements in the stream. Yes, yes. And you know what? Let me just read them out right now. I'll give you guys the basic recipe that I always use, because sometimes I'll double things during a live, and so I'll add them, but usually people will like let me know. But so for this, what you'll need is 2/3 of a cup cookies. I like to use Nilla wafers. If you are somebody who wants to make this like an almond joy situation, go ahead and use like chocolate and add a little bit of almond flour to it. Also gluten friendly if you do gluten, if you do almond flour crust, okay? So, and it would work perfectly with a kind of like a coconut cream almond joy type of thing, okay? So 2/3 of a cup cookies crushed, 6 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 1/4 teaspoons of gelatin powder. And yes, you can use agar for this, and you can use vegan butter. You can use, this can all be made vegan, okay? And gluten-free. You can make this gluten-free. Where was I? Sorry. 2 1/4 teaspoon gelatin powder, 2 tablespoons of water. So the water is going to be, I haven't eaten yet, and Ozzy always, oh shit. There is a gluten-free Nilla wafer. Ooh, thank you, Wayuma. Thank you. I didn't know that. 2 tablespoons of water. The water is for your gelatin blooming. Okay, so you put your 2/4 teaspoons of gelatin powder, and then the 2 cups of water are for the gelatin powder. 1 cup cream. Today, instead of using heavy whipping cream in this, we used 1 cup of coconut cream. And like I said, coconut cream can be whipped and used instead of heavy whipping cream in some recipes. But you just want to make sure that you get the full fat, don't get the light. And you want to whip the fat portion of your coconut. Blessed. And then you want 16 ounces of cream cheese. And so that's 2 packets of cream cheese. Yes, ma'am, there is. Yes, ma'am, there is. And so this one, use vegan cream cheese, or go ahead and use the coconut if you want to make a coconut cream. And then 3/4 of a cup sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla, and 1 tablespoon lemon juice for this. Okay? And then you're going to need 3 tablespoons of pudding powder. 3 tablespoons of pudding powder. So in the banana one, I used the banana pudding. For this one, I used the cheesecake pudding. So 3 tablespoons of that. Okay, and if you guys need variations or something, let me know in the community, and I'll write up something for you. But the banana, I used 3 tablespoons banana cream pudding. So yeah, but that is the recipe. And like I said, this one, you just put it in the fridge. Oh my. So we have this. This is going to go into, yeah, this is easy to do. It's, I love it. Okay, the next one that I have planned is obviously my favorite, raspberry white chocolate, because I usually make them baked, but I do enjoy these. So you're going to put this in the fridge. It's going to need like 8 to 12 hours. I would just put it overnight. I do usually will cover it with something and then just put it in the fridge. And you don't have to worry about condensation or anything because nothing is really hot. So, okay. So I'm going to go put this in there. And like I said, I will show you guys the unmolding and the decoration in a short since we're not going to be here. Hello, Mel's. Hi. Welcome in. Hi. Okay, so now our next order of business is going to be dinner. So let me just move these. You guys, I'm sorry, I am sick, but I am okay. So excuse my snuffles, please. All right, let me move this and this cream, because I didn't use the cream, but I brought it out. This goes here, here. This one, and this. Add space. These are clean. This is clean cheese. Sorry, you guys, I'm just getting this stuff out of the way for dinner because we're going to make dinner really quick. Sorry. Move this out of the way. Some gelatin. And you guys, whenever you're using gelatin for anything that you're making, be careful with things like adding coconut, or not coconut, pineapple. Pineapple doesn't allow it to set properly. So if you're making something that is no bake, you need to use gelatin. Because I was just thinking about that. Because I like a pina colada flavor. So, but I don't think I'd make it as a cheesecake, obviously. Okay, here we go. Let me get my cutting board. So today we are going to be making steak burrito bowls. So I'm going to get the rice going. I'm going to get the steak. I'm going to get my knife. So I keep seeing people asking about knives. So let me just do this really quick. I took out the other knife on purpose to make sure that we do this. That. Okay. So most of when you buy knives, most of them have something right here to sharpen your knife. If you don't have that, you can buy a knife sharpener. So basically, whenever you're sharpening your knife, if you don't have any of those, I'll show you. There's also stones that you can use as well, okay, to sharpen your knife. But if you're just at home, you have something to sharpen, right? So when you look at a knife, you see this part right here. That's the direction you want to move towards. Okay? So I'll show you. So you can just use two knives, okay? And have one straight, and then this one have it angled, kind of like this. Okay? And you go just like that. So you can sharpen it yourself going like this. Okay? If not, you can use this part of your knife. Oh, Wayuma. Okay. Okay. Right here. And just pull it through. Go forward and back. And this one knows exactly where to sharpen it from. Woo! It almost fell. And get it all the way to the tip too. So when you get it to the tip, you just come up and then go down. Are y'all seeing that? So kind of like this. Or if you can't, like I said, you can go like this. So you can hear it has a little bit of give. Okay. So, and I'll show you guys. And then after you're done sharpening it, make sure that, sorry about that, I clicked the button. Okay. When you're done sharpening it, you always want to wipe it off prior to using it. Okay. So you take your knife and you wipe it. Okay. There you go. So now we're going to slice up some meat. All right. For the burrito, for the steak burrito bowls. Go ahead and put this over here. For the love of everything, you guys, I'm sorry I keep falling over. Ah. Okay. Like I said, I did go look. Okay. So we are taking a piece of our meat, and I'm going to thinly slice it. So this is for burrito bowls, so it's going to be sliced thin, okay? This is the knife that we just sharpened. See how easy it is to use or to cut with? And if this is too long, you can cut it this way, and because we're not going to be using, what am I saying? Yeah, we're using small pieces. So you want to cut them about this thin. Okay? Yeah, it is. So this way, since meat is insanely expensive right now, it is better to buy 2 pieces and make a recipe where you can, where the meat will go a lot further, right? So for steak burrito bowls, we can serve multiple people because we have other ingredients to incorporate with it. This is not just going to be a steak for one person. You know what, while that's happening, I am going to, you guys, I almost lost my mind at the store today. Let me tell you. I went to look at the chocolate chips. One bag, the regular small bag of chocolate chips, guess how much it was? Go ahead, guess in the chat. Tell me how much you think they're wanting us to pay for chocolate chips at the Kroger. For my burrito bowls, I like to use Uncle Ben's. $7 for 12 ounces, $4.99, 15, $5.99, $7.50. All right, cool. For Nestle, it was $11.49 for a bag of chocolate chips that we used to pay $3 something for. $11.49. Don't even get me started. Ghirardelli was $15 for Ghirardelli. But for the regular Nestle, the one that everybody buys, the one that everybody buys, the one that we all grew up with, $11.49 for a bag of chocolate chips. Okay, Pez, can you not hear me? Pets, $11.49. And then, yeah, $11.49 for that. And then for Ghirardelli chocolate chips, same bag, small bag, $15. Guess how much watermelon is? How much is watermelon, you guys? I get Bake Believe, and they aren't that expensive. Ghirardelli, that's expensive. Yeah, it is. It is. It's way too expensive because a couple of months ago, Ghirardelli was about 8 something. Like, don't piss me off. That's crazy. I just can't believe it. No, $5, $5 a pound. No, they sell it by the melon. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. By the melon. How much is watermelon? $4. Any more guesses? But how will they pay for war crimes? Exactly, Bayuma. Ocean Tide. It's $10 for a damn it watermelon. Okay? $10. My child was like, Mom, can we get watermelon? I literally said, I was like, I'm not paying $10 for a watermelon. Just out of principle, I'm not paying $10 for a watermelon. Like, that's pathetic. $10. Today I paid $54 to fill up a whole tank of gas, and I had 40 cents off per gallon, and I still paid $53 for gas. So I put 1 cup of Uncle Ben's whole grain rice in there. I'm going to put in a little bit of oil. I always do. And then I'm going to add some, let me get the lime. So I'm just going to toss the cilantro in whole. I just rinsed it and I'm going to throw it in here, and then later I'm going to add more cilantro. But right now it's just more so for flavoring. And then the, where is it? And you know what? It's so pathetic. And I almost laughed a little bit because I was just like, yeah, you guys like think you're fooling us with these prices. You're the ones that are going to be stuck over here with stuff rotting because nobody's buying it. Nobody. And then also, we're not getting fertilizer anymore because Iran still has the Hormuz closed. So we can't get fertilizer, which means that a lot of vegetables we're not getting. Like the entire section of, what was it? So, vegetables, they said that they don't have any vegetables available. And you should have seen some of the vegetables, like literally this size. Like right now, what they're selling is basically their leftovers of whatever they can get. Like farmers can't get fertilizer. I didn't even know that was a situation, that was going to be impacted. That's crazy to me. Oh, I just put some of that, my favorite chicken flavoring in here. Nice. Okay, I'm going to cut this lemon or this lime and just add some in there. You guys, if you add lime to your rice while it's boiling, it'll help with the starchiness. It'll help break down some of the starchiness so it won't stick together, but it's also delicious flavoring. Okay, so I'm just going to put this in. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? Oh, they're playing games with people like crazy. It's crazy. My mind is boggled. Whenever I can't find the lid for something, I just put a plate on it. So welcome to my house, y'all. Okay, so I've got this going. This is going to go on low. I'm going to continue cutting this meat. Let me put it in something. So we're just slicing this meat nice and thin. You guys, if this is frozen and you have like a super sharp knife or one of those slicers, go ahead and use that. That works too. I do that sometimes for the steak and cheese, like a Philly cheesesteak. So we've got the meat. Okay. I'm going to wash these two. I'm going to wash this because I do want to use a good knife for the onion and tomato, or onion and peppers, but I don't want to cross-contaminate because they cook at different temperatures, okay? All right. So for this one, we are going to add pepper, 1 red pepper, 1 green, and 1 nice cup of coffee. Yum. I love coffee. Go ahead and start with the onion. So, are there any people in here who don't like onion? Or who don't like onion in their quiche, I should say? Mmm. This way. So So I'm going to cut some of these small, and then the other ones I'm going to slice it just for flavoring, because I do want to cook some of these up in here. So I have some of that. Turn this down. So I need to also make some pico to go with everything. So we've got our onion, just because I'm only using one onion, so use the rest of this one. This one we're just going to use it for the pico. Sauteed onion, yeah, me too. I love onion. All right, and then over on this end, we are going to make these long. Let me cut this side. Sorry about the banging. And then in big pieces. Okay, I'm gonna wash these really quick. For the fajita style. So I'm just going to cut these lengthwise. Perfect. So I really do love red pepper in anything fajita related. So we have our peppers. So I'm going to go ahead and move my rice, and I'm just going to let it sit there. I am going to start sauteing the veg. I do too, MLFA. Or, yeah, LaFay. Why did I say MLFA? Am I crazy? That was... Alright, so moving this, this one here. I was going to add chicken, but I don't know. We'll see. I know. So I'm going to start getting this heating. Okay, okay. I was like, am I imagining? While this gets hot, I am going to, so we've got the peppers, we got the onion for the pico. I'm going to get cilantro and tomato. Go ahead and add some oil to this and just let it warm up. See where we're at. It's not hot enough. Okay, so I'm going to cut the tomato. So we're going to throw in the onion. Pepper. I'm just going to let this cook down for a minute while I cut this. I'm going to cut the tomato into cubes. I'm going to give it a minute before I add salt, so then it doesn't automatically start to release too much water. I'm just going to give it a minute. So you're going to throw in your onion. Tomato. We're going to add one more. Tomato. So I'm going to start seasoning it. So we're going to do paprika. Cumin. You can also just throw on some taco seasoning, which I actually might. to cut this tomato really quick before I add the garlic in here. So also, if you want to slice a tomato a different way, you can just do it this way, slice that way, and then go in the opposite direction. Okay, and it looks like this, and then you just cut it right in here, or put it down on your chopping board and just cut it this way. But just only do that if you're comfortable. Don't cut yourself, obviously. That's just the easier way to do it. And make sure that you do add all the juices in there. It's part of the mixture. Okay? We do have cilantro. We're going to cut this in just a minute. Okay. I'm just going to take a couple of garlic. Don't use too much. And then if it starts to get a little dry, add some more tomato. Some more oil. Tomato. What am I saying? You guys can see it. Okay. And then just give this a rough chop. You can give it more smashes. Now I am going to, while this sits for a second, I'm going to salt and pepper it in just a minute. I'm going to cut the cilantro. I'm going to save some for the rice and put some in the pico. Okay. Got the pico here. You want these to still have a little bit of crunch to them. Take the other half of your lime and squeeze it in here. Ooh. Some of it did not make it in. Okay, and then take this. Mix this up. Where's the MSG and Worcestershire? I don't know, Queen. I don't know. I use Worcestershire when I make, sometimes I'll put it in a little bit of chili, just like a teaspoon. I have used it in like a barbecue mac and cheese. Or if I'm making like chuck roast. Anything else, I have no idea. Okay, so I'm just going to move this. Let me just move a couple of things out of the way. We do need this for later. Let me move it right here. This one, our pico is done. For the love of everything, you guys. Just keeps on flipping on me. Nothing I can do about it right now. This a quick cleanup. I'm not turning this off yet because I still need it. Grab. Next, we are going to add the salt. Excuse me for 1 second. So I'm going to add the salt to it now. Like I said, I didn't want it to, and pepper. Oh, that's not the pan. That's my other stuff. Okay, and then some salt. Give this a quick mix. We are going to transfer this right here. Okay, and then add some oil to this. Grab this one. And get some taco seasoning. Listen, we can add chicken to this too. Aw, can you? Okay, get some of this. And this one, basically, you know, cumin, paprika, salt, pepper, chili powder. You know. We're gonna give this a mix. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it, you guys. I'm gonna do it. The chicken too. Just gonna have to move everything. Chicken or shrimp? No, because the kids said they wanted barbecue chicken. But they like steak too. All right, we're doing it like this. All right, so you want to wait for this to get super hot. Hold on a second, let me give it just a little more of a mix in. This thing, I turned it off, I guess. You guys have to tell me these things. You have to say, Oz, what are you doing? Okay, let me see. Let me check on y'all in here. Misha, hello, hi, welcome in. It's good to see you. Y'all, if I missed any cilantro, it's wonderful. That's right. You guys, if I missed something, if you asked the question and I didn't see it, if you would tag me and ask me the question again, I would really appreciate it. Because I don't want things to go unaddressed. All right, so here we go. We're going to give this a little... When they come, if they're like, no, you should have made us chicken, Mom. We wanted chicken. I'll make them some chicken. But for now, we're going to keep it with the steak. Because I do want them to eat more steak. So, I'm going to add some black pepper to this. Just a little bit more of this oil. Whoop, got it. Okay. Let's check on our... Okay, let me take it back. Just cook just a little bit more. The rice is sitting there drying. You guys, we do still have flan. You guys got to see it the other day. I made it. Oh. And you guys, obviously, you can serve this as a burrito bowl or put it in like tortillas or whatever. Okay. And you don't want to cook this super long, obviously. I'm gonna cook it until everything is cooked evenly top and bottom, and then I'm gonna take it off because I'll leave it to get a little bit warm later too. So I'm not gonna dry it out. I'm going to add these back in, well, hold on, because I'll take some of them out. So I do like to add the peppers to the meat because they do flavor the meat, obviously. But I don't cook them together initially because I don't want the juices to boil anything out. These ones are, what was it, caraway. It's made by caraway, but my mom and I just came up with the idea that they are not as great as we thought they were. The saucepans are, because I got these for my birthday, and so I've been kind of, in a way, reviewing them. So I really like the saucepans for when I make my creams, like for, so for the, I do like the pans that they have, but I don't like I like their saucepans, not so much the skillets. All right, perfect. So this one is ready, and I can let it sit here because I know that it still has a little bit of time, then I can take it off. Now I'm going to get started on the putting everything together. So let me just get some cheese here. We're just waiting for everything to come together, y'all. This one. We get the black beans. So I do like black beans on mine. I don't know what you guys usually use. I don't know if you guys have this brand of salsa where you are. This is so good. I love this stuff. Okay, and they do have a spicy version and a mild. I'm gonna buy some of that Le Creuset in kitchen. I know, Le Fay. Oh my God. You know, I want the, you know, Le Creuset so bad, but I know it's ridiculous. Like about, I don't know, for something like this, it would, for Creuset, it's what, like at least $3.50. I love black beans. Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna rinse this off really quick. do like corn on mine too. I don't know about you guys, but that is a vibe that I do enjoy. Let me see if I have any fire roasted. If I don't, it's okay. I will live. But I would like to, ooh, that's even better. So there's this spicy smoked flavored Mexican style street corn. I'm all like showing nobody this stuff. You guys, this is off, so no worries. We are not overcooking anything. Okay. Now, add whatever it is that you want to add. I do too, pets. I really do enjoy a bean. Okay, here's this. Now. So we've got our rice. So whenever I make the rice, I'll usually take out that big thing of cilantro that I throw in, and then I'll add some fresh cilantro. Okay, just move this way. Give this a quick chop. This is a different knife now, so. Because I don't want this, I want this, what is it, the cilantro to have more of the freshness in it. So I know some of y'all hate cilantro. Okay. So just throw that into your rice. And then, you know, obviously taste for things like lime, if you want to add lime. Up to you. Okay. Now for serving. You guys, you'll have to excuse me. I need to get my stool. Because your roll doesn't reach. Sorry. Hope I didn't flash anything that I was not supposed to flash. Okay. I do too, Lily. Are you kidding? Delicious. Okay, so this is how I like to serve it. This is the whole grain rice that I do like to use for the burrito bowls, okay? Okay? Put whatever it is, however much you want. This is how much I'm putting in mine. Okay. And then, let me get my tongs. Okay. Now I'm going to take the steak and peppers. Okay. And then I do like black beans. Obviously, add however much rice you want, you know. Summer's around the corner. I know how it is sometimes, you know. We gotta watch our figures and whatever. And then we get the lettuce. Forgot the avocado. So piece of avocado. Okay, what else did we forget? Did we forget something, you guys? Am I forgetting? Just a quick rinse. Obviously, you guys figure out your serving size of everything that you want. Sometimes it is nice to add a lot of lettuce to the bottom of it, depending on how much you want, you know? And then you've got the pico. I like to sometimes serve it like this so that you can mix it like inward type of thing. Okay, and then we've got our avocado. And depending on if you want some good fats, go ahead and treat yourself with a little extra right there. You know what? Let's treat us now. And then sour cream. Don't know how much you want. Cilantro. To make it look pretty. I do like a little paprika drizzled on top, dashed on top, because it makes it look even prettier. We'll get the other one later. So we've got this. You guys are missing something. Something is missing. Something is missing. What am I missing? Okay, I remember. Found it. There it is. Let's put a little more pepper in there. Let's add a little more meats. Because when you make it at home, you can add whatever. So there you have it, y'all. Okay. So we've got the whole grain rice. We have pico, corn, peppers. Group trip to Aussies. Welcome. Bienvenido a mi casa. Green salsa. Muchísimas gracias, Brad. Paying attention over there, okay? Don't start, okay? And of course, you can drizzle this on top, or you can have it on the side. This is roasted. This is delicious. I hope that you guys have it over there. If you don't, I guess find the salsa that you like. But yes, this is something that I do like to add on there, and you can do queso fresco, or you can do whatever cheese you want. I'm not a huge fan of cheese on mine. It's called Young Guys Hatch Valley Chilies, Hatch Valley Green Chili, flame roasted, made in New Mexico. Oh, and it's distributed from Colorado, Greenwood Village. That's most definitely, what's that? Yeah. So, as you can see, you guys, excuse my hands. You saw they were in the paprika. Give me a second. So the steak is cooked well. Delicious. And then we have our rice. We've got all the goodies right in here, y'all. Okay? So I'm sorry. Let me skip a little. Okay, perfect. So we made the cheesecake that is in the oven, in the fridge, forgive me. And we got our steak burrito bowls done. These are also good for meal prep if you like it. I do too, LaFay. I love it. So, we got dinner and dessert. Like I said, I will go ahead and post all of that. Thank you so much. I will post whatever it is you guys want to see. If you guys need variation for the cheesecake, if you need variation for something, let me know. And then, but I'll post the unmolding of it and the decorating in a short. But again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I think it's been an hour and a half. So thank you so much, Livy. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I love you. Always a pleasure. And I can't wait to see you guys again live. Okay? Have a good night. Bye-bye. Thank you.